where hit music lives.
Don't change that dial.
Jams.
What's going on, man? It's your man, Big Doobs. We doing this for the website, www.whatdidyoujams.com. Another installment of JamzTV, and I am here with the ever so lovely, the ever so beautiful, my good friend. She always gives me a hard time, but it's still love. The one and only Lady Millz.
Hello, hello. What's good?
What's up, baby?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good.
That's good.
You look nice today, lovely,
Why,
as
thank
always.
You. Why, thank you.
As always.
Why, thank you.
So, all right, enough about the pleasantries now. Let's get into it. Lady Millz.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Lady Millz? Because a lot of people don't know who this talented rapper is.
Well, Lady Millz is a recording artist coming out of the 242, and the name just really symbolizes the hustle, the passion for what I have in this music game, you know. And I've been doing it for a long time now, so I kind of switched it up and gave it an AKA name, which is She Millie. Same thing, still represent the same thing, the hustle, you know.
Why did I even get the file? I keep mixing you up. I keep thinking you from Freeport. I don't know why. I used to always tell me, Doobs.
I'm not from Freeport. No.
Is it because you did the record with the Freeport with the ladies from Freeport, and then that's probably.
I think that's what it is. Shout out to the ladies too. You know, that was just like an anthem strictly for the females that out there doing it, and they decided to hit me up. They collaborated with all of their hot artists out of Freeport, and they decided to hit the Nasubian chick up and.
Cause
some work done.
That's what's up. Cause I always think I'm like, oh, we gotta go hit you up at Freeport, and then you always tell me, no, Doobs, I'm here. I'm not in Freeport.
All right.
That's what's up. Now you got a lot of stuff that is good out there right now. You got the Money Talk. I guess that's the ladies' anthem with the lady. Then you got Mix Me With That. It ain't about the money. Tell me about Mix Me With That.
Mix Me With That is just that is that kind of song where you just basically telling people, well, hey, you could talk about me, you could, you know, run your talks or whatever, but when it comes to doing me, I'm gonna do that. So, you know, don't mix me with the drama, but mix me with the getting it in. You know, so that's what the song really symbolizes.
That's what it is. How do you feel about you being a female in a male dominated 242 industry? Do you feel you have to outwork the guys, or do you feel like you're holding your own, or do you feel like you have to go to a whole nother level to get noticed? How do you feel about that?
I mean, at the end of the day, being a female coming up in a male-dominated industry, it gets kind of hard because, you know, you have to compete with, you know, what's going on out there, and you have to hold your own ground, and that's what I try to do, you know, especially when I hop on these tracks and, you know, just do this work.
I understand that. The record you did with O2, Show Up, I particularly liked it. How did that come about?
Well, I got a call. I actually got a call from an associate from O2, and they told me that they wanted to meet up. You know, they heard my mixtape, which was Beat Brutality. It was out at the time. And they contacted me through Facebook, and I met up with O2 like that following week. Hit the studio that night with him. He gave me the track. We came up with the hook right there. And after doing the hook, I just elaborated on it and knocked it out.
Now, what people that's what's up. Now, what people don't understand is you've been doing this for a minute. You have a lot of work out there. You just named a Beat Brutality. Talk about that for a second.
Beat Brutality is actually, I think it's my fourth mixtape, but it's that mixtape that I really pushed hard out there. You know what I mean?
I got a copy of it. I was like, I gotta listen to it, and I was like, she really banging off on some serious topics. I like her sound. Because to me, you reminded me of.
Oh, don't say it.
What?
Don't say it.
What? You can say it.
Let me hear it. Wait, say it.
You remind me of a young Trina coming up.
Oh. If I don't hear the Trina, I hear the Nicki.
And you know what? I know you get that a lot.
I do.
But I'm sitting in my car and I'm listening to the mixtape and I'm like, she reminds me so much of a young Trina.
But I feel like Trina, no disrespect, Trina.
No,
but
of course, no disrespect.
I feel like she more on that raunchier tip.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, me, I still like to keep my sex appeal.
Okay.
You know, but I don't try to...
Just you don't try to overdo it.
Overdo it. You see what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to this mixtape, this Vacation mixtape.
Right.
And some of the songs that you have on it, it's like you have a Miami-based sound kind of feel. Do you agree with me, or do you disagree, or how do you feel about that?
I agree, and I try to switch it up too. Like if you listen to the mixtape, I got that hype crunk that you would want to hear in the club, you know, and then I got the pop. You see what I'm saying? And then I got the sexy, you know, laid back type feel.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And I guess the Miami-based sound kind of probably all came about. I actually did a lot of songs in the States.
Okay.
And then I did a lot of songs here.
Okay.
You know, so I mean, I like to switch it up.
Okay. Who did you work with in the States?
I worked with Marlon. He's a part of We the Best, WTB, Perfect Strangers, Street League. You know, that's who hosted the mixtape. Shout out to him. Shout out to DJ Rec, which is Gunplay's DJ.
Okay.
Shout out to him. And yeah, we just trying to make something happen and
You
bring the
already
242 out.
You out here making moves. I'm proud to hear that. Who did you work with? Who do you work with when you're in town?
I worked with Shaddy on it. Shout out to Shaddy.
Big up soul to Shaddy.
I worked with Miko.
Okay.
You know, he's under HD Boys as well. I worked with Spirit. Shout out to Spirit. He's doing big things up there in Atlanta. Shout out to him for real. I work with Vag OG. He's also under HD Boys.
Shout out to HD Boys.
And of course, Cubes Pro.
Of course.
You know, so.
Of course. Shout out to the homie Cubes. Cubes, what up?
And Sean Don. Shout out to him.
That's what's up. How do you feel about the music scene in the 242 right now? Are you listening? Are you not listening? Do you like what you're hearing? You're not listening?
Honestly, I think that the music scene here really needs more work.
Why do you say that?
Why I say it? Because I compare it to what I've seen abroad, you know, and compared to the hustle over there and the support over there is so completely different from here. And I really think also is because of what our genre is based here, which is calypso, the rake and scrape, and all of that, you know. And because of our proximity to the States, a lot of we still get that feed of the rap and the R&B, you know, but we're not getting that support. And I think as artists, we really need to come together and, you know, do something about that.
So you think?
Because, I mean, at the end of the day, music is just how you feel. It don't matter what kind of genre you do, but it's just how you feel about expressing yourself, no matter what the genre is, you know. So give us some respect. Come on.
So you feel,
you know?
So you feel the backbite needs to stop between the artists.
That too.
And we just all need to live as one.
Right. That too, because I also think that's going on because we haven't had an artist besides Bahamian. We haven't had an artist go out there really and take it to that next level. And I think that these artists here, they're fighting so hard to be that first one to come out the gate. There's a lot of backstabbing, a lot of backbiting going on, a lot of hating, all of that. But, I mean, you deal with that in every society, you know, every music society. But it's just that the support alone is wearing and tearing us down, you know?
I get a lot of people that send me stuff on a regular.
Right.
A lot of people might see me in the street and be like, "Dubes, I want you to listen to this thing. I want you to listen to." They'll hit me up on Facebook. Did you get a chance to listen to it?
Right.
No, I haven't got a chance to listen to it.
No.
Oh, why you ain't get a chance to listen to my stuff? But if one of these international reggae artists said you listen to it straight up or whatever.
Yeah.
But I keep telling people, if you give me something, give me a reason to listen to it. Don't give me. It's all about your approach.
Right.
You don't give me something in a CD with just your name on it. You gotta have it pressed. You gotta have it.
Yeah. Shut. Yeah.
You gotta have it pressed properly. You gotta have it. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And you gotta give me a reason to listen.
Exactly. And you know, speaking of that, I remember my younger days just saying, "Wow, I really want to be on the radio. I really want to do it." and I ended up entering a contest for BTC, the Hip Hop Hall. I don't know if you remember that.
Yes, I remember that.
And after doing that, only female in the competition, I won it. I ain't trying to gas up or whatever, but you know, just doing something like that to try to promote myself, you know what I mean, gave me a way to say, hey, I'm actually hearing myself on the radio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The moral of the story is, if you're really serious about this, if you're really serious about doing music, don't just say, hey, I could pass this CD to so-and-so and hope he play it. But try to go out there and promote it yourself. Not even only through radio, because I started when I felt like radio didn't want to play me, I was like, you know what, Cubes, let's start shooting these videos. Let's make them hear us.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's how it happened.
Cause it's like, if you get a CD and it's not up to par,
right?
Putting it nicely, and you try to explain to the person this is not up to par, whatever, then they blow up at you. But then and then they go on Twitter and talk about you at the end of the day. Oh, big news, they won't play my rap, so.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I keep telling artists, if you make good music,
right,
we will play it. But see, we're not going to promote your music for you.
No, that's your job.
That's your job. Your job is to get me
the copy.
Not even the copy.
That only could take you so far, you know. That only could take you so far. And speaking of radio, y'all do be playing some garbage sometimes, though. I just want to put that out there. Some of these artists on the radio don't need to be on the radio. For real.
Ladies and gentlemen, she really is spoken.
That's just real talk.
No, but I mean, I get it. Like, let's just use, okay. Let's use Danes for an example. Shout out to the homie Danes.
Oh, shout out to Danes.
The Hot Go song. It was hot. You understand what I'm saying? It was crazy. You understand what I'm saying? To the point where we went looking for him because that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? The radio is supposed to be what is this hot record that everybody talk about? You understand what I'm saying? It's not supposed to be the other way around. And when I try to explain it to these artists, it's like they don't understand.
Because they're lacking that hustle. That's all I gotta say.
They're lacking that hustle.
They're lacking that hustle.
Why you say that?
The reason why I say that is because they feel as if once they pass something on, you're gonna automatically play it, and they could just sit and kick their feet up. I know a lot of artists too that on the radio now, and they're already head swollen, like, hey, I don't have nothing else to do. I don't need to hit the studio till probably next month, and then come up with this song and just give it to 100 Jams. You feel me?
I got you. Now,
so, hey.
Let's talk about some of the things you've already done. Some of the shows. You perform in some big shows over here, big shows in Freeport. But can we say the biggest show that can I dare to say was the Rick Ross show?
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Rick Ross.
Yes. That was it was crazy. You did you tore it down.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Shout out to Excitement. Shout out to 100 Jams team. I mean, I just got the call and was like, hey, let's go. Let's do it. You know?
All right, Rick Ross show was great. Like
and we had Jocelyn too. Shout out to Jocelyn.
Yeah, Jocelyn, she
the baddest. Ooh.
Yeah, she represented for other ladies and stuff like that. So when she introduced you and brought you up stage, I was like, that's a very good look.
Yeah, she's cool.
A big lady.
She's
bring it
cool
on another big lady.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Vacation. The mixtape. How many tracks?
19 tracks.
19 tracks.
We're putting in that work. That's work. Y'all bring out these mixtapes with like 10 tracks and 8 tracks and saying, hey, it's still a mixtape, right? I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. But, you know, quality, quantity.
The record that you emailed me, I like it.
Look how you said that.
I know. What you think I was going to say?
I like it.
I like it.
Okay.
It kind of, like, it reminds me of the Miami-based sound, and I go back to that and I stick on that because that's what it reminds me of.
And that's a good thing.
And you understand what I'm
That's
saying?
a
And
good
it
thing.
goes from there. And I haven't listened to the entire mixtape yet. But when I sat down and I really listened to it, I was like, your lyrical content is growing. It's getting stronger than previous stuff that I've heard from you. And I always wanted to say that. And the beat is banging. I mean, of course, it's sped up, it's quick. But other than that, I like the single. I really, really like the single. Paycation is produced by your people in Miami, correct?
And people here.
People
It's various producers and artists that I work with on it.
Okay, let me ask. How can people get a copy of the Paycation mixtape?
Well, we got copies of Vacation in a few locations. You could check out East Street South, Iced Out Cuts.
Okay.
You could check out Cash for Gold, which is East Street South as well.
Okay.
You could check out Gordo's, which is Prince Charles Plaza in Prince Charles Plaza.
Okay.
And of course, Bahamian Inc. Shout out to Carl, Bahamian Inc. And you could download it online, thatpiff.com.
Okay. It's on
as well as on 100 Jam site.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what it is. Who have you worked with that you would really want to work with in future projects?
I'd love to work with Lauryn Hill. We talking about Bahamian artists, or we talking about? Because guess what?
The list will be long.
The list will run.
Let's narrow it down to 242 artists right now.
242 artists. Okay. You know what? MDs, you need to holler at me. We need to get in the studio.
D's.
Okay, D's. Let's do it. Let's make a lady anthem, shake that.
That's how we
anthem,
do it.
Okay. Who else? Who else? It's a little short list of y'all, because some of y'all be joking, like y'all ain't serious.
Wow.
I mean, but
just
shout out to Deep East too. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
just keeping it real. Shout out to Deep East. They're really putting in work. I really want to work with these and do some more work with Deep East.
Okay.
You know, the serious artists.
Okay.
The serious ones.
All right. Shout out that DBs, my farm over there. That's what it is. How can people get in touch with Lady Millz?
You can hit me up on Facebook, Lady Millz 242. You can hit me up on Twitter, she_Millie 242. You can hit me up, email if it's business, holla at me, allaboutmills@gmail.com. You want to book a show, holla at me.
All right. That's what's up. Lady Millz.
Or holla at Dubes. He knows the rest. Okay.
Lady Millz, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
www.whatisyourjams.com. We're doing this for JamzTV.
Sure.
Jams.com.
100 Jams.
Where hit music lives.